The signing of the summer. On the 11th of June 2025, Manchester City secured the signature of Dutch midfielder Tijjani Reijnders in a deal valued at around £46 million on a 5-year contract. Reijnders arrives fresh from an impressive 2024-25 campaign in the Italian League, where he was named best midfielder, contributing 10 goals and 4 assists in 37 appearances. Strengthening City's midfield alongside the return of Rodri, Guardiola views Reijnders as an ideal partner, offering dynamism, range of passing and energy in both defensive and forward phases. His debut couldn't have gone better. Tijjani scored a superb first-half strike with his left foot, smashing home a shot just past the box to make it 2-0 before his excellent pick-out for Erling Haaland to make it 3. He looks like an absolute general for Man City, giving flashbacks to an old midfield legend of the club. Manchester City's capture of Tijjani Reijnders from AC Milan marks a significant addition to Pep Guardiola's squad, both in terms of quality and tactical balance. The Dutch international arrives at the Etihad with high expectations. Reijnders is a midfielder who blends creativity, energy and discipline in equal measure. His passing range allows him to both control tempo and break defensive lines, a trait that stood out during his time at Milan. He completed more line-breaking passes than any other midfielder in Italy last season, underlining his value in progressing the ball under pressure. Physically, he brings stamina and dynamism, which complement his technical skills. Unlike some possession players who prefer to dictate in static zones, Reijnders is comfortable driving forward with the ball, carrying play between thirds. He is also capable of contributing goals, something City will welcome as they continue evolving, beyond reliance on Erling Haaland's finishing. One of the most exciting aspects of Reijnders' arrival is how naturally he fits alongside Rodri. The Spaniard has been City's heartbeat for years, excelling at shielding the defence, recycling possession and dictating play from deep. But too often, City have leaned heavily on Rodri for both defensive security and build-up initiation. Reijnders offers relief and balance. His ability to press intelligently, cover ground, and distribute vertically ensures Rodri is not isolated. Together they form a complementary double pivot, Rodri providing the anchor and control, Reijnders offering thrust, creativity and late runs into the box. Their partnership has the potential to be among the best midfield pairings in Europe, giving Guardiola flexibility to shift between a 4-3-3 and a 3-2-4-1 without losing stability. Role in Guardiola's new system. Guardiola's tactical philosophy hinges on midfielders who can play multiple roles in a single match, controlling possession, pressing aggressively when the ball is lost, and contributing to attacking overloads. Reijnders fits seamlessly into this model. In possession, he will often operate as an advanced number 8, drifting into half spaces to connect with Phil Foden or Ryan Cherki, while still capable of dropping deeper to assist Rodri in build-up. Out of possession, his work rate allows City to maintain their trademark counter-press, recovering balls high up the pitch. In attack, his timing of forward runs and eye for goal gives City another source of scoring threat from midfield, already evidenced by his debut goal contributions. Beyond his individual skills, the Dutchman's signing reflects City's long-term planning. At 26, he is entering his prime years, and his adaptability means he can serve as both a starter and a rotational piece in City's crowded schedule across the Premier League and Champions League. His presence also helps ensure the transition as the squad evolves beyond the peak years of Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan. Dream debut. Last season, the Dutchman established himself as one of Europe's most complete players, but even those who anticipated a smooth transition could hardly have predicted the impact he would make on his Premier League debut. From the very start, Reijnders exuded confidence. His touches were clean, his movement purposeful. He dictated tempo in midfield, switching play with ease and threading line-breaking passes that cut through Wolves' defensive shape. Every involvement carried the authority of a player who looked entirely at home in Guardiola's intricate system. The moment that defined the afternoon came midway through the first half. Pouncing on a defensive error, Oscar Bob incredibly stole possession and played in Tijjani. Reijnders struck the ball first time, placing it beautifully in the bottom right corner for City's second goal. The strike was not just technically perfect but symbolic, a statement that he was ready to be more than just a supporting act. Beyond his goal, Reijnders' all-round display was breathtaking. He pressed Wolves' midfield relentlessly, regained possession with composure, and constantly offered himself as an outlet in transitions. His ability to contribute defensively, while still carrying a goal threat, gave City an extra layer of control. In the second half, the link-up with his fellow Blues was seemingly telepathic. Without looking up and placing the ball perfectly into Erling Haaland's path, who coolly smashed the ball past José Sá and sealed City's 3 points in their opening game. Many new signings need weeks, even months, to adjust to the Premier League's intensity. Reijnders needed just 45 minutes to announce himself. His debut wasn't simply impressive, it was one of the most commanding first appearances English football has seen in recent years. He looked like a Man City player of old. When Manchester City look back on their rise to the top of English and European football, Yaya Touré's name stands out as one of the cornerstones of their success. Signed from Barcelona in 2010, Touré transformed City's midfield with a blend of power, elegance and ruthless effectiveness rarely seen in the Premier League. Touré had everything. His imposing physical presence allowed him to dominate defensively, shielding the back four and breaking up play. Yet he was far more than a holding midfielder. His ability to carry the ball through midfield with long, gliding runs became one of City's most devastating weapons. Defenders bounced off him as he surged forward, often finishing those runs with thunderous strikes from distance or calm finishes in the box. The Ivorian's knack for scoring in big moments elevated him from great player to club legend. His goals in the 2011 FA Cup semi-final and final delivered City's first major trophy in decades, sparking the era of dominance that followed. In the 2013-14 season, he reached extraordinary levels, scoring 20 league goals from midfield, leading City to the Premier League title. Touré combined brute strength with refined technique, vision, and an almost effortless passing range. He was, simply put, the complete midfielder. 15 years after Touré's arrival, City appear to have found a player who shares many of his qualities in Tijjani Reijnders. While stylistically not identical, both are rare midfielders who can do it all: defend, dictate, dribble, attack, and score goals. Like Touré, Reijnders is a powerful ball carrier. During his time at AC Milan, and now early in his City career, he showed the ability to pick the ball up deep and drive through lines with pace and purpose. His passing range mirrors Touré's too, capable of short combinations in tight areas or expansive switches of play to stretch opponents. Both players also bring a crucial end product. Touré was known for his explosive strikes and calm penalties, while Reijnders has already opened his Premier League account with a debut goal against Wolves. That knack for scoring from midfield separates the very good from the truly elite. Defensively, Reijnders has shown the work rate and tactical discipline that Touré sometimes preferred to leave to Fernandinho or Gareth Barry. In this sense, he could be an even more balanced partner for Rodri, combining tireless pressing with the attacking instincts of Touré. Both midfielders thrive in transition, equally comfortable halting opposition counters as they are launching one of their own. Yaya Touré remains a once-in-a-generation figure for Manchester City, the man who embodied their early success with moments of sheer brilliance. Yet in Tijjani Reijnders, there are echoes of Touré's greatness. Both are midfielders without limits, capable of influencing every aspect of the game. If Reijnders can emulate even part of Touré's legacy while forging his own path, City may once again have unearthed a midfielder who defines an era. A squad built for another title charge. Manchester City enter the 2025-26 Premier League season in a fascinating position. Having endured a more turbulent campaign last year, Pep Guardiola and his squad are determined to reassert themselves as the dominant force in English football. The foundation of City's success remains Rodri, arguably the most important holding midfielder in world football. His ability to shield the defence, dictate tempo, and contribute at both ends makes him the glue of Guardiola's system. When Rodri plays, City rarely lose, a fact borne out by their remarkable record during his appearances. He will again be central to any title push, with Reijnders alongside him offering dynamism, creativity and goals from midfield. Adding further depth is Nico Gonzalez, the versatile Spanish midfielder signed from Porto. Comfortable as both a deep playmaker and a roaming number 8, Gonzalez gives Guardiola tactical flexibility, particularly in matches where rotation will be crucial. With Rodri, Reijnders, Gonzalez and Foden all capable of playing centrally, City's midfield is one of the strongest and most adaptable in Europe. A notable addition this summer is Rayan Aït-Nouri, the Algerian international left-back signed from Wolves. Still only 24, Aït-Nouri arrives with several seasons of Premier League experience under his belt, and his profile fits perfectly into the modern demands of a Guardiola fullback. He's quick across the ground, technically secure in possession, and aggressive in defensive duels, qualities that make him as comfortable in one-on-one situations as he is in tight build-up sequences. What makes Aït-Nouri particularly valuable to City is his dual functionality. At Wolves, he often played as a traditional left-back, pushing high to provide width and deliver into the box. Yet under Julian Lopetegui and Gary O'Neill, he also showed his ability to drift inside, acting as an auxiliary midfielder in possession, a trait Guardiola will no doubt look to refine. His arrival therefore gives City flexibility. In some matches he can stretch the pitch like a natural winger, while in others he can tuck inside to help overload midfield zones, much like João Cancelo once did. Defensively, Aït-Nouri is tenacious, tracking runners diligently and timing his tackles well. Combined with his progressive carries and willingness to join attacks, he adds a fresh attacking outlet on the flank while still providing resilience at the back. For Guardiola, he represents not just depth, but a new tactical dimension. No discussion of City would be complete without Erling Haaland. The Norwegian striker remains the most devastating finisher in world football. Even in a slightly uneven 2024-25 campaign for City, Haaland continued to post staggering numbers. His presence guarantees goals, and with more creative support around him this season, he could thrive even further. Phil Foden emerged as City's talisman a couple of years ago, delivering his best season yet with 27 goals across all competitions and earning Player of the Season honours. But after the 2024-25 campaign saw a sharp dip in his output, he managed just 7 Premier League goals and 2 assists in 28 appearances, his lowest league goal tally since his breakthrough. Overall, across all competitions, he scored 13 goals in 49 matches. Multiple factors contributed to this slump. Foden himself cited off-field issues and injury setbacks as key challenges, describing the period as a difficult season. His reduced influence on the pitch was noted throughout the season, and pundits have suggested that this year will be pivotal for him to reclaim his status at both club and international level. There are encouraging signs of a resurgence. In the recent Club World Cup opener, Foden netted just 111 seconds into the match and followed up with an assist, demonstrating renewed energy and confidence in his favoured number 10 role. With Kevin De Bruyne's departure, creative responsibilities are shifting, placing more onus on Foden to step up. This season isn't just another campaign, it's a crossroads. For Foden, it's his chance to recover his peak form, re-establish himself as Manchester City's creative linchpin, and affirm his place in the England setup ahead of the World Cup. Click here for more on why this season is the most important of Foden's career. The exciting new arrivals offer variety and unpredictability. Rayan Cherki brings flair, dribbling, and vision in the final third. A natural entertainer, he can play between the lines or drift wide, and he announced himself with a debut goal in the Premier League. The exciting new arrivals offer variety and unpredictability, and perhaps none more so than Rayan Cherki. Signed from Lyon, the Frenchman arrives with a reputation as one of Europe's most naturally gifted young playmakers. Cherki brings flair, dribbling, and vision in the final third, with a willingness to take risks that few midfielders in Guardiola's squad naturally possess. A natural entertainer, he can operate between the lines, dictate play as a number, 10, or drift wide to unbalanced defensive structures. His immediate impact was clear, marking his Premier League debut with a goal, a statement that he intends to be more than just a rotational option. What makes Cherki's arrival especially intriguing is his direct competition with Phil Foden for the creative midfield role. With Kevin De Bruyne's departure, Guardiola must identify a new fulcrum for City's attacking play. Foden, after a difficult 2024-25 campaign, is desperate to reassert himself as City's chief creator. Cherki, meanwhile, offers an alternative brand of invention, less structured, more instinctive, and brimming with improvisation. This internal rivalry could define City's season. If Cherki can translate his flair into consistent end product, he may push Foden to new heights, while also giving Guardiola a selection dilemma in the matches that matter most. Omar Marmoush, meanwhile, has quickly become a fan favourite. Signed in January, the Egyptian forward made headlines with a hat-trick against Newcastle and scored the Premier League's goal of the season. His pace, directness, and versatility make him an ideal complement to Haaland. Oscar Bob, already popular among City fans, continues to develop as a clever, technically gifted attacker. Comfortable cutting in from the right or playing centrally, his close control and intelligent movement make him a natural Guardiola player. This season could be his breakthrough into regular starts, particularly in rotation-heavy stretches. James Trafford, newly returned from Burnley, offers a fresh and promising addition in goal, known for his sharp reflexes and distribution, a long-term backup or potential successor in the City goalkeeping department. However, as good as Trafford's debut was, City's goalkeeping future is in transition. Veteran Ederson may be leaving for Turkey, a scenario that City is contemplating carefully. In his place, Gianluigi Donnarumma, recently released by PSG and a high-caliber shot-stopper, has emerged as a prime candidate. Reports suggest City have already agreed terms, with only final details pending. Donnarumma's arrival would significantly elevate the crop of options, potentially relegating Trafford to a squad role.